the sound of music. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Pennies and Salt. I hope that your new year has started off great. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys what is in our morning basket for January. So it was my goal starting back in July to every month share some different ideas and books and activities or whatever that we would be adding into our morning basket for this school year. So hang tight and I'll share what we have coming up for January. So, super exciting month, you guys. So, yeah, some fun books that I'm getting ready to share with you. But also in this video, I'm going to share a really awesome unit study that we're going to do this month. I'm so excited about it, especially as a former music teacher. So, let's get started on the books I've selected for this month. After this video comes out, make sure you're subscribed because I have a video coming out that is a video of me planning the start to this semester. And in there, I am just going through the things that we are going to start our semester with learning and how I put it all together and so on and so forth. All that to say, in that video, I do show a little bit more of what our actual science curriculum looks like. We use God's Design for Life series from Master Books, and we are going to be starting a study on the human body, and one of the chapters that we're going to be studying talks a little bit more about Leonardo da Vinci. So one of the books I grabbed from our library is from the Who Was series. It is Who Was Leonardo da Vinci, of course, and so this is one of the things that we're going to be reading this month. Super excited about this. These are great because they don't really take a lot of time to read through and they're really interesting. All of my kids will sit and listen to them. The next thing that we have is our history category. So we, again, that same planning video and previous videos that I have put out, I explained that we actually use 2 history curriculums. So might sound a little weird, but if you follow along, you will understand why and how we do that. All that to say, for the U.S. history portion of our history, we are going to be reading these 2 books this month. So Tolliver's Secret and also this Heroes of History John Adams book. I actually think I'm going to use this one for my oldest son. He's in 5th grade. I think I might actually assign this to him because it is a little more in-depth than what I want to do with the rest of my kids just yet. My oldest is in 5th grade, then I have a 3rd grader, 1st grader, kindergartner, and 2 toddlers. So we may not do this one as a family. I'm thinking that I will assign this to my oldest son as an independent read and have him do like a little report on this. I'm trying to do a little bit more of that, and he actually enjoys that. Now, the other portion of our history, which includes Story of the World, we are kind of backtracking on some points in history that we skipped, and I really want to go back and do those. So one of the chapters is about Japan. So I thought that it would be fun to do some Japanese cooking. We love Asian food and already kind of do, like I've made sushi at home and things like that. But I thought this would be a fun little project for us to do, especially on one of our Fun Fridays. And if you don't know what that is, I will link a video down below of what Fun Friday is and how we do it. The next one is a neat little book about samurais, and I know that my kids are gonna love this, especially my boys. I have 4 boys, 2 girls. And then I thought this would be so much fun. I know my kids are gonna love this. This will be a great activity for my 4 older ones to do while the 2 toddlers are napping. And so doing some origami for a little more study on Japan. The next one is a book called The Perfect Sword. This was actually one of the selections that I chose out of the suggested selections in the activity book for Story of the World, and it looked really good, so I went ahead and grabbed it at the library as well. The next thing that we're going to be learning about is about West Africa, specifically about the beginning of the West African slave trade, that point in history. And so for that, I thought that it would be really fun to explore some different recipes and cooking in West Africa as well. I know my kids are very adventurous eaters. They love experimenting with different foods and stuff like that, and I'm really excited about this too. So it is Easy Menu Ethnic Cookbooks. So these looked great. Our library actually has a whole section of these, and that's the Japan one is from the series as well. They look really great. I'll let you guys know what I think of them after we use them. The next one, this was a selection that I chose from the suggestions in the activity guide of Story of the World, and it is called Circle Unbroken. The pictures are beautiful. The next one is actually a book that is written, the author is actually from Nigeria, and this one looked really fun. So it may seem very elementary for the age of my kids, but you have to remember that a lot of morning basket stuff we actually do all together as a family. So I know that my toddlers will be engaged in this one especially. And the pictures are really fun. So, yeah. So I thought that that would be a cute one to add in. And then the next one is one of the folk tales called Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. So I thought that would be a really fun one to tie in. This is actually a book I used to use in my music classroom when I taught about drumming and African music in my music classroom when I was a public school teacher. So I really like this book. The pictures are great too. And then I also got just a book on Nigeria, and then also a book on specifically on African culture. Again, just the pictures and the tidbits of information of like women in Africa, African food, hunger and diet, education. This book actually looked really good, so I'm excited about this one. The next category is our category for winter. So since it is January and it is the dead middle of winter now, I wanted to grab some fun books that we had not used before. There's a lot of great winter books out there, and so these were some of the ones that I have not read to my kids yet. So I chose White Snow, Bright Snow, and again, I love the pictures in this. They're really cool. The illustrations. I'm all about illustrations when it comes to picture books. And then this one looked super interesting. It's just called Snow. So I grabbed it, and a lot of it is just more pictures more so than actual story. So I thought that would be a good one. Also, from the author of The Mitten, we have The Hat. So, there's that one. Look how cute. So, the next one is What Do Animals Do in the Winter? And so, we love reading little books like this throughout our day. And it's just a great little way to get a little extra science in there, especially for my younger ones. Just reading books that pertain to science and things that are happening in the world is a great way for your younger kids to absorb concepts, early concepts of science. So, and along with that, I chose How Do You Know It's Winter? So this is just a little quick, easy read, and actually I will have my first grader and my kindergartner read this to me. All right, and the last one before we get to the unit study stuff is a book called Snowballs. I love Lois Ehlert. So these pictures are always so much stinking fun. Look at this. So much fun, and they're just beautiful. And these actually, so this is a really fun art project to do with your kids as well, is to kind of recreate these Lois Ehlert type pictures, and to make snowmen basically out of what they can find. So this can turn into a really fun project. So Snowballs. And if you're curious about any of these books, number one, visit your library. And if your library isn't open, I know our library wasn't open for a while, but they did open and you can go now, but they do curbside pickup. So I know a lot of libraries are doing at least curbside pickup right now. So you might want to explore that option. Now let's get to this fun unit study. All right, you guys. So if you have been around my channel for any length of time, you know how much I love heritage letters and squilt. So I did a video on both of them. I've talked about them a few times, but I did some specific videos about both of those things. And so I will link those down below if you're interested in that. But I'm super excited because heritage letters in the letter for this month, let's open it up and see what's in here. So excited about this. Look what it's about. Rodgers and Hammerstein and the hills are alive with the sound of music. You guys, I love it. I love it. I love it. So the heritage letter for this month is Rodgers and Hammerstein, about the sound of music, and I am so excited about this. So just to show you a little bit more about the heritage letters, they are so cool. This comes with a picture from The Sound of Music, and then also a picture of Rodgers and Hammerstein, and then also a letter that is from Rodgers and Hammerstein, and this is their actual signatures, but it is a letter that is just talking about the opening day of the Broadway musical, The Sound of Music, opening for the first time in the theaters. And so I am so super excited about using this to teach my children more about musicals and about Rodgers and Hammerstein, and specifically about The Sound of Music. It's such a great way to introduce musicals to your kids because it's one that you don't have to worry about there being really inappropriate stuff in. And so I'm super excited about this. So this has spawned a unit study idea. So my idea is, because, look guys, look what Squilt Live is about this month. Look at this. It's amazing. I'm so excited about it. Okay, so here's the other thing, you guys. Did you know, unless you guys can find one, I'm pretty sure there are basically no children's books about Julie Andrews. So there's a couple about The Sound of Music, but my library did not have them. And so yeah, but as far as books about, you would think that the Who Was series would have a Who is Julie Andrews book, or Who is Rodgers and Hammerstein, or Who was Rodgers and Hammerstein, but they don't. So maybe I should write a children's book or two. It's a thought. Anyway, so all that to say, the Squilt Live for this month is also about The Sound of Music, and so I'm so excited about this. We are actually registered for the Squilt Live class that goes live on Monday the 11th, but even if you were to join up with Squilt Live, if you missed the actual live, because she does them live on Monday and then the same one again on Thursday, but even if you missed those lives, you can still watch them in the archives. So it's a great resource, especially if you want to introduce music in your homeschool with very little like background knowledge into teaching music, because Mary does an amazing job. So all that to say, this is the guide that goes along with it. It has what a musical is, where the musical takes place so that they can look that up, the time period, some information about Rodgers and Hammerstein. So what my plan is that we are actually going to start by watching the movie of The Sound of Music. So we've actually seen it before, but I think it's been at least a year since my kids have watched it. So we're going to watch it again on our Fun Friday coming up. And so then Monday the 11th, we will be ready for the Squilt Live lesson. So it will be a great way to begin this. So we're going to do the Squilt Live on that Monday, and then on that Fun Friday after, we are going to read a book that was written by Julie Andrews. She has this book series. I have never read them before. I got the first one from our library just to see how it is. So we're going to read this one on that Fun Friday along with our heritage letter. And then we're just going to kind of review this and see where that takes us. I love doing open-ended unit studies. So just little mini unit studies with just little bite-sized chunks here and there. I like to leave it open-ended towards the end of things because whatever my kids' interests are at that moment in the unit study is where we go from there. So that's the plan, is to watch the movie first, then do the Squilt Live another day, and then that following Fun Friday, we are going to dig into the letter and review some things and just see where that takes us. Oh, and read the book from Julie Andrews. So I'm excited about that. So yay for musicals. Love them. Anyway, so along with that, I do want to give you all a heads up. There is a giveaway that is going live over on Instagram that involves heritage letters, Squilt, and it all is centered around this Sound of Music theme. Find me on Instagram, and you will find information about that giveaway there on Instagram. I will link my Instagram handle down below in the description. And so all you will have to do is just click that link and it will take you right on over to Instagram. And there should be a post there with a little more information about what the giveaway entails. So let me know down in the comments. First of all, if you have any questions or comments, put them down below. But I would also love to know, what are you reading this month? So I think it's always awesome to get ideas from other people. There's so many books out there. It's actually overwhelming sometimes. And that's one of the reasons why I share these videos, is just to give some ideas of what we're reading, to see if any of it would be helpful to you and your homeschool. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys today, and I hope that you all have a blessed day, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks so much, guys.